Hello there, welcome to the Football Bloc. My name is Brandon, and today I'm going to give you my predictions for the AFCON 2021 quarterfinals. If that sounds interesting, then let's hop right into it.
One step beyond.
So the AFCON 2021 quarterfinals are finally here. There's only 8 teams left in the tournament, 4 games to play as we come closer and closer to crowning the champion of Africa. So far, this tournament has been a pretty interesting tournament. There's been a lot of upsets. There's been some crazy goals. There's been some crazy results as well. And let's look through at each quarterfinal match and see who I think is going to go through to the semifinals. First up here, we have Gambia versus Cameroon. Now, Gambia, this is a team who's never played at AFCON before. They top their qualification group and are on a red-hot run of form. However, they have very little experience in tournaments like this. On the other hand, Cameroon are the host nation. They've won the AFCON on multiple occasions, and now that Nigeria got eliminated in that surprise result in the round 16, I think that Cameroon are the best team in the tournament so far and are my tournament favorites at this point. So I'm going to say that Cameroon overcome Gambia. However, Cameroon does have a weakness at the back. They have conceded a few goals here at this tournament, a few avoidable goals. So I think that Cameroon will advance, but it won't be very straightforward. I think that they're going to win 2-1. Gambia is going to give them a lot of trouble, but the strike partner of Toko Kambi and Abu Bakar up top for Cameroon is just too strong to overlook, and I think that's going to eventually make the difference, as it has in the previous matches that Cameroon has played throughout this tournament. So anyway, on to the next match, we have Burkina Faso versus Tunisia. Now, if you told me in the group stage that Burkina Faso would play Tunisia, I would say Burkina Faso would pretty comfortably beat Tunisia. However, both these teams are in a very different position at this point, considering that Tunisia, despite not playing good in the group stage at all, just eliminated Nigeria, who were, in the group stage at least, the best team at this tournament, and Tunisia completely outclassed them in what was the biggest upset of this tournament so far. On the other hand, Burkina Faso was pretty strong in the group stage, but then were really slowed down by Gabon. They had to overcome their opponent in penalties. When you take that into consideration, the tiredness, the fatigue that this Burkina Faso side has, and then compare that to Tunisia, who were on a high after eliminating Nigeria, I think this will be a comfortable win for Tunisia. I'm going to say Tunisia wins 2-0. And then we have Egypt versus Morocco, which has to be the highlight match of the quarterfinals. 2 North African teams going up against each other. Both these teams have a lot of star players that play in top European leagues. All eyes are going to be on Mohamed Salah, of course, who in my opinion is the best player in the world, strictly on form at least. And Egypt, to be honest, have kind of just sludged their way to the tournament so far. They lost to Nigeria, then did just enough in the group stage to get to the round of 16, and then they eliminated Ivory Coast on penalties. But in reality, that game could have gone either way. Salah himself has had some good moments, but overall hasn't really done enough to live up to the potential or live up to the expectations that he has, given how good he's been playing for Liverpool. On the other side, Morocco have been very strong in attack, but they have conceded a fair bit amount of goals. Unfortunately, they do not have Ziyech. If they had Ziyech, I would say that Morocco is probably my tournament favorite, but even without Ziyech, they still have a very strong lineup, as well as a very strong spine to this team as well. This match is really hard to call, but I'm going to say that Morocco win 1-0. I think it's going to be really, really tight, and then maybe a goal in extra time or something like that is going to prove to be the winner for Morocco. So anyway, on to the last match. We have Senegal versus Equatorial Guinea. Now, on paper, you would expect Senegal to wipe the floor with Equatorial Guinea, but if you look at how Senegal has played in the tournament so far, they scored only 1 goal in the group stage, and that was a penalty in the 97th minute. In their round of 16 match against Cape Verde. On paper, it looks like they overcame Cape Verde pretty easily with a 2-0 win, but if you watch the game, Cape Verde was playing with 9 players for majority of the match because they had 2 red cards, and it was only after those 2 red cards that Senegal really started to come out of their shell and play well. So on the other hand, Equatorial Guinea are definitely an underdog. Their squad depth pales in comparison to that of Senegal. But I don't know, they just seem to have a resolute structure to this team, a very solid back line as well. And in a knockout game like this, I think that both teams are probably going to take a defensive approach. And I'm going to say it, I think that Equatorial Guinea is going to overcome Senegal. I think this is going to be the upset of this round. And Equatorial Guinea does have experience in this tournament to a certain extent. They made the semifinals in 2015, I believe. They've gone far in this tournament before. Even if this crop of players wasn't in those squads before, there's a tradition that carries on throughout this team. So, and I think that will prove just enough to overcome Senegal. I think it's going to be on penalties though. I think it's going to be a 0-0 scoreline with Equatorial Guinea going through on penalties. So just to wrap it up, we have Cameroon, Tunisia, Morocco, and Equatorial Guinea going through to the semifinals if all my predictions prove to be correct. Let me know in the comments if you agree. Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think Salah will have one of the best games of his career and then Egypt will overcome Morocco? Do you think that another upset is in the makings? Do you think Gambia is going to eliminate Cameroon despite them being home nations? Do you think that Burkina Faso is going to beat Tunisia and that Nigeria game for the Tunisians was just a fluke? Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. So anyway, guys, my name is Brandon. This has been the Football Bloc. I hope you guys have a nice rest of your day.
One step beyond.